And the home team. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Here's Boston. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. James outside. One thing to watch tonight, RJ, both these teams are great passing the ball. They really rack up the assists.
These are the type of teams you want to play for, because you know what? If you pass it, the ball will find you again.
Austin, no good. Here's the teardrop. The rebound by James.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Pass to Nedovic to the right side. And here's the fast break. And stolen by James. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And they double up James. Over to the wing. Diallo has the open look. That three off the mark. Pass to Boston. He's looking for Birch and finds him.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
James left side. Here's Nedovic. Misses the three. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. The shot that time not on target.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots. Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Here's Baldwin. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement. Getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now here's James. Screen by Diallo. Can't get it to fall. Horton Tucker with it. Here's Melly. And a miss there on the triple. To the left side wing. To the middle. Boston grabs the miss. There's the triple. Up again. Here's Birch. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Baldwin. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Diallo. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Birch. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
James has a 2-pointer. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Baldwin to the paint. Here's Birch. And stolen by Diallo.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to Boston. Buries it from 3-point range.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Nedovic. Fires the 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Baldwin. Horton Tucker. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. To the wing on the left. Here's Nedovic. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Tice. Off target at the rim. Pass to Birch. Now Boston. Here's Melly. Hasn't made one yet. And here's Birch. Clock is at 3. Here's Boston. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here. But he's battling, continuing to fight.
Swiped away. Pass to Horton Tucker. And Nedovic pulls it down. Here's Tice. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
In the corner, it's Diallo. Here's Nedovic. In the corner, it's Diallo. Here's Tice. Birch grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Boston. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
James. And James throws it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Boston. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Melly. Three-pointer. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's James. In the corner, it's Diallo. From the arc, James gets the bucket. James has got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And stolen by Diallo. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
And the 3-ball is good. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Here's Boston. And just miss after miss right now.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Horton Tucker. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Up by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Now, here is Mirotic. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Here's Colson. Pass to Biberovic. Shot clock at 5. And he drops it in from the low post. Biberovic has got his first basket of the night. Okobo looking over the floor. Out left to the wing. The rebound by Biberovic. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Colson. Scoreless thus far. With the drive. Shoots. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Knocks it loose. Here's Biberovic. Over to the wing for the three. Offensive rebound.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, guys. With the new 11-year, $77 billion TV deal kicking in this season and tons of compelling teams, the NBA is in a great place. Commissioner Adam Silver said the NBA is in as strong as a position as it ever has been. Not just in my time as commissioner, he said, but in my over 3 decades at the league. Back to you guys.
And that is saying something. Okay, thank you, Allie. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Pass to Hayes. Now, here is Mirotic. From past the arc. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Colson. Here's Biberovic. Inside. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
This one for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Shoots the 3. Game pulls it in.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
He's in the post, and no good, trying to use the glass.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. Feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Here's Biberovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And finished off by Mirotic.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pass to Biberovic. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Here's a Kobo. Here's Wasengame. Still scoreless. Here's Hayes. Misses off the right iron. Here's Biberovic. Here's Colson. Right wing to end the run. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. A 3-ball in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
Here's Biberovic. Excellent D there from Mirotic.
He's going through a bit of adversity right now. They really need him to pick it up, though.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's James. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. Down low, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Back to Diallo. Here's Tice. No good on the triple.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
Boston fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's how they use a size mismatch in tight. Take it to the rack.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. To the wing right side. Tips it up. Here's Birch. And he banks in the layup. Birch has got his third basket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
To the inside. Diallo has the open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Diallo's got 8 points. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. No one near James as he lets it go. Offline from the top of the key. Pass to Hall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hall's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Nedovic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Poked loose. And here is James. And it's Tice in the corner. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's James. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They've got to tighten it up.
Now here's Diallo. 8 points for him.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Down low. And stolen by Diallo. Pass to Nedovic. Now here's James. 13 points in the game. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 11 points.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Driving the lane. Lays it up and banks it in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Horton Tucker. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here is James. From downtown, Birch grabs the board. It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
Here's Boston. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. Here's Melly. And Nedovic pulls it down. The visitors on defense. From deep, James, and no good.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Elbow shot is on the way. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 6.
And that's all the space he needs from that range.
A 3 for Mirotic. Birch grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Baldwin looking for the opening. And he jams it with authority.
Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
Here's Akobo. He has yet to score. The layup off target. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update. Mirotic's shot is off. Here's Melli. Lays it up off the glass. Melli's got his first points of the game.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Here's a Kobo. And it's Hayes in the corner. Knocked away. Can't cash in from close range.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Here's a Kobo. Nothing on the board. Here's Baldwin. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Now here's James. 13 points in the game. And he's good on the three ball.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Diallo. 14 points for him.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Here's Nedovic. Pass to James. Inside. Now, here's Tice. No good that time. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Biberovic. Good on the triple. Biberovic has got 8 points.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Tice, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
To the left wing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. A shot by Biberovic, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by 17. And time to step aside quickly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Baldwin. Makes it off the glass. Now James. And it's Tice in the corner. To the right side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Here's Baldwin. The high post shot. That's good on the jump shot. Baldwin's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Diallo. Pass to Nedovic. Good, and the assist goes to James.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Boy, he's looked unstoppable this half. Maybe he got a little pep talk over the break.
James looking it over. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Mirotic the screen. The drive by James. No coverage that time.
And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Bibanovic. Offline with his 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Back to James. Tice inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out to the wing. Here's Colson. Drills it from outside. Colson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Diallo. Here's James. Screen by Tice. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Puts one up from 19. It's rebounded by Tice.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
From deep. The shot off that time. Here's Colson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
James with it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mirotic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's a Kobo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup is off. Guys, nothing has really come easy for them today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Does not go in. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. Lets loose a 3. Doesn't get that one.
The defense may have given him that one. Based on the results, you see why.
Lays it in off the window.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Wasengame. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Crane from outside. Here's a Kobo. All by himself. Now Boston. Launches it. And so they get the victory here at home.